Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the car and she Tuesday. Club going up.
So we're going to find the sine and the cosine of all angles using the unit circle. So first of all, what is the unit circle? Okay, so a unit circle is obviously a circle, but it's a circle that's radius is always 1. So if we drew it on axes, this being y, this being x, you'd have your circle, and this would be 1, 0. This would be 0, 1. This would be negative 1, 0. And this one would be 0, negative 1. So anywhere you go on the unit circle, the radius will be 1. So sine is the y value, and cosine is the x value. So looking back at the unit circle, say at 90 degrees, 0 is the x value, so then it's the cosine. So the cosine of 90 degrees is 0, which makes 1 the y value, the sine of 90 degrees. As you can see here, this is a unit circle because the radius is 1. However, a right triangle has been drawn in, so the hypotenuse of the triangle is 1, and the angle is labeled as theta.
Cosine and sine are shown as the legs of the triangle.
So to solve for the sine and cosine of a 45-degree angle, we can draw the unit circle again. And here is 45 degrees going from the x-axis. So that is 45. And since it's on the unit circle, the hypotenuse is 1, and we know that since it's a 45-degree triangle, the two sides are equal. So solving with the Pythagorean theorem, since the sides are equal, we can use x squared for both. And if we solve it out, we get root 2 over 2 for both sides, so both the sine and the cosine of 45 degrees are root 2 over 2. So we're going to find the sine and cosine of 120 degrees. So we start by drawing in our unit circle. And we can draw in an 120-degree angle, so it'd be out here. And since we know this is, over here is 180 degrees and we went 120, it's safe to say that this is 60 degrees. And we draw this straight line down and we make this right triangle here. So we have created a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So since we said before that the cosine corresponds with the x value, your cosine of 120 is going to be the length of this side, and the sine of 120 is going to be the length of this side. So if we pull out that triangle over here, still 90 degrees, still 60 degrees, 30 degrees, and this is going to be 1. Since it's a unit circle, we know the radius is going to be 1. And then we know all 30, 60, 90 triangles are in the relationship x, 2x, and x root 3. So if we know that this side is equal to 1, so we can say 2x is equal to 1. We know x must equal 1/2. So then x root 3 must equal 1 times the square root of 3. I'm sorry, 1/2 times the square root of 3, which equals the square root of 3 over 2. So then over here we can say cosine of 120 degrees is equal to, well, we said x is here which is the x value, so it's going to be the 1/2. But since we're in the negative direction, it's going to be negative 1/2. And then sine of 120 degrees is the y value, which is the √3, which we said is √3/2, and it's in positive direction, so the sine of 120 is going to be √3/2. Find the sine and cosine of an angle that is over 360 degrees. We can draw out the unit circle again, and obviously we can't draw it right on here because this only goes around to 360, but if you keep subtracting 360 times 5 actually, you will end up with 90 degrees, which brings us right to here. We get the coordinate 0, 1 again, and that makes the sine 1 and the cosine 0.
Going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she choosing.